I'm up here to induct Wes Ladig. Now, everyone deserves a hype man like my dad. Thank you for that. Now, reading over all the Hall of Famers today, I'm so honored to be part of this distinguished Hall of Fame class. And going into the Hall of Fame to join my dad, it's a great joy. We all trade our time for something. And I dedicated a large portion of my life to the game of basketball. I fell in love with the game early in life, and to me, basketball is improvisational, live storytelling. I love the game for what it's about, not only for what it provided me. Anyone who plays a college sport certainly puts in the time and dedication and probably gets a little lucky too. I was fortunate to have teammates who believed in me, parents who supported me, and coaches who entrusted me. All I ever wanted from my basketball career was to be someone my teammates enjoyed playing with. Life is meant to be celebrated. And I want to make sure my teammates and support system are just as celebrated. So there's a long list of people to thank for tonight. I brought this water up here for strategic reasons. Caleb and Wes Ladig, we've known each other since elementary school. Two of my all-time favorite teammates and friends. It's impossible to think about my life without you two of them. Brent Dunaway, my high school teammate and great friend. One of the most clutch players I've ever played with. Corey Lance, the most authentic and purest of heart man I know, and someone who always wants the best for others. I thank my high school coach, the late great Dean Foster, for instilling teamwork and unselfishness into my basketball acumen. Coach Foster taught me how to experience team camaraderie at its deepest level and to always play with courage. He gave a piece of himself which transformed me into someone who hopefully represented Bethel in proper fashion. The best advice he gave me was, he said, "Tyler, your life will be determined by you," and I never forgot that. Thank you to Coach Lightfoot for giving me a chance to play college basketball. When you were recruiting me, as my dad alluded to, Bethel was coming off its worst record in program history. You promised me that we would get the program turned around if I came and played for you, and we did. 3 years later, we were ranked #1 in the country and in the Final Four. Now, I will apologize publicly to Coach Lightfoot for my constant stubbornness, but you recruited me. You knew what you were getting. I've never met anyone who's better at motivating their team than you. Sometimes it was in the most peculiar ways, but complacency was not an option in our program. Coach Randolph and Coach Natale helped push me to become a better player and a better man. You pulled off the good cop, bad cop routine pretty well, and your fingerprints are all over my life. So I thank you both for that. And I know Natale gave me $10 earlier, but you still owe me some NIL money, so I'm collecting that later. I think the greatest legacy that you can leave is to be someplace and it's better off because you were there. I hope that that was the case with our group. My siblings, Lauren and Drew, have been incredibly supportive and encouraging. We've become great friends, and I cherish you both. Thanks for both having children and giving me my favorite title of Uncle TB. Now my mom would tell you, and she would be the first to tell you, that she has absolutely zero basketball knowledge. And somehow she taught me more about the game and being a good teammate than anyone. Mothers, after all, are our first coaches. She has a deep, analytical mind and a big heart. And I'd like to think she gave me a little bit of both. Now, if you're wondering where my stubbornness comes from, it's definitely from my dad. And probably the emotional side too. My dad embodied physical and mental toughness. He didn't so much as teach me how to play basketball, but why to play. He taught me to compete and to play every game with enthusiasm, but with the appropriate amount of fear. He taught me to appreciate the game and respect it, to play it like it was meant to be played. He taught me to enjoy any success and learn when I fell short of my goals. I just never got this far in my dreams. Most of all, Dad, thank you for not mentioning that I still lead the program in career fouls. The best way I can describe a Bethel basketball practice is suffering. Our pregame walkthroughs consisted of full court pressing and 20 straight minutes of one-on-one full court. We suffered, but we did it together, we did it for a purpose, and we did it for each other. Our collective experiences galvanized my teammates and I forever. We're brothers forever. Now, there are a few things I learned in my career. Pressure is a privilege. Seniors are special. Winning isn't everything, but losing is something less. But most importantly, it's about if you're willing to accept the challenge. The secret to basketball is it's not about basketball. The defense can never be right, except in one condition, when we're on it. Winning is a habit. Unfortunately, so is losing. The challenges faced by someone in the arena are often invisible to those in the crowd. And here's a Coach Lightfoot special. Enthusiasm cannot be taught, but it can be caught. Now, to my friends, family, managers, training staff, administration, and teammates, there are no right words for me to express how grateful I am for you. Thank you for your unstoppable love and support. And to my future bride, Corinne, you came. We get married next Saturday, just to let you know. You came into my world at the exact time I needed you most. Isn't it funny how life works? And you've already given me a greater blessing than I could ever give you. Now, hopefully I didn't leave anyone out. I know my dad and I rambled plenty. So this has been a great night for all my family and friends, and I thank you again for this great honor.